Okay, guys, welcome to another Monday night Grubb Cast. Uh, I'm glad you guys are all on here. We got a good show tonight. Um, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do the sponsors real quick. I've got a special guest. He's sitting in backstage waiting here in just a minute. I'll bring him on, but first I want to go ahead and do the sponsors, and then I'm going to show what bait I'm giving away tonight with the trivia question. So with the sponsors, Fish Sticks Rods. Guys, I'm telling you, I say it every week, but man, if you are not using a Fish Sticks rod, you're missing out. And right now, he's getting ready for shows and stuff, so uh, get some ordered. You won't regret it, guys. Get a hold of me and let's get some Fish Sticks rods ordered. Hook and Donkeys. He's also getting ready for the shows. Mike gives me baits every week to give away. So I really appreciate what he does. And man, he's been showing me some stuff he's been making. He's making some really good baits for the shows coming up this year. So you better get out and check him out at shows. Sanborn Builders. You want something painted, deck built, house remodeled, get a hold of Sanborn Builders. Ace Hardware on Richland Avenue. Plumbing, electrical, heated vest. I broke mine out last week. Also, Blue Rock Bait and Tackle. You can go down there and get Blue Rock Bait and Tackle down at Ace Hardware on Richland Avenue. Hobbs Roofing. He does roofing in Akron, Ohio. Reach out to him. Pizza Stop here in Albany. Man, I'm telling you right now, they have some amazing chef salads. I love their chef salads and Italian subs. Hey, Dean, Robert, better known as Nestor. Southern Ohio Sanitation, guys, Porta Johns, septic tanks, he can do it for you. Just get a hold of Southern Ohio Sanitation. And then Williams and Son Construction. You need something built. I just went the other day. He was building a garage for a person over on 19. He's really good at doing that and houses. Man, he can build some houses. So reach out to Williams and Son Construction. Okay, real quick, I'm going to do the 4-inch little ditty tonight. It's a 4-inch little ditty. It is green pumpkin with blue flake. So that'll be for the trivia question tonight. I got a good trivia question. That should be an easy one. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and bring our guest on. Our guest tonight is Caleb Myers from Custom Hard Tackle. He custom paints crankbaits down in Jackson, Ohio. So here he is. Caleb, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
All right. Well, give us a little background on your bait company.
Well, we started this company in 2021. It all started as a hobby at first, and then it just kind of shot out everywhere. We're mainly on TikTok. We do some stuff on Facebook. We do a lot of raffles on Facebook, but mainly TikTok. Located here in Jackson, Ohio. So continue to expand.
You've been coming to some shows here in the last year. You hit some shows, and you're going to be doing some more this year, right?
Yeah, last year we went to Athens, Rio Grande. There's a couple others we went to. This year we do plan on going to some. Um, I have to wait for my vacation to kick in for that though. So hopefully we can make as
Yeah.
many as possible.
Do you have any baits right there handy that you could show off that you've done?
No, actually they all sold.
That's a good thing.
So yeah, I don't think so. Here's two of them that's been painted, but these have already been sold. This is like a topwater cicada. I don't know if you guys can see this very well on the camera. These little blades flop on the water. My camera might be dirty too.
Yeah, that's showing up good.
Here's a 5-inch spook as well. But I think that's the only thing I have out here.
Okay. So you mainly custom paint them, right?
Yes, we custom paint. We've been in the talks about doing soft plastics, all that good stuff. So it'd be a next year thing. Oh, we're back about out some more baits here.
These are all grumps. Just make sure you keep them together.
Okay.
She's watching us on Facebook, ain't she?
Yep. She's on it. I'm gonna run through these real quick just so I don't hold you up very long.
You're good.
So we have a lot of different baits that you don't really see on the market on the stores. This is a like a frog crankbait, a little shallow diver. We get it's probably one of my favorite jerk baits here. These are 110 Junior.
I like that.
Yeah, those are pretty good baits up there. This is a 2.5 crankbait. That is just the stuff we do is different than what you see at Walmart or any other bait store you see. I mean, there's a lot of custom bait makers out there. So yeah, it's a little bit of what we do. We do basically everything. So
Yeah. Just a little background. I was going to Gunnersville last year, and I was watching a YouTube channel on a rattle trap that they was fishing down there that you can't buy. You can, I mean, the rattle trap you can buy rattle traps, but you couldn't buy this painted one. And I screenshot what the collar was and sent it to Caleb, and he made identical collar of rattle trap for me to take down to Gunnersville. So, guys, if you see something and you want it specially made, you can screenshot it, send it to him, and he'll make it look like what you want it to look like. And you can get the regular, yep, and you can get the regular crankbait. I mean, if we wanted the regular 1.5, something like that, you carry those too, don't you, to get them painted?
yeah, you talking about like Rapala, stuff like that, like name brand stuff. We do. It's going to be a little bit more expensive just because the lure itself is retail price plus the custom paint job. And for clear coat, we use it's an automotive clear coat. It's called Finish One. It's like it's a fast flash clear coat. So this stuff is it's super hard, glossy. It's very very durable stuff. That's what we've been going to for the last, I want to say, year and a half now. So we've had a really good outcome on that stuff right there.
Justin Price just said that Caleb is an amazing painter. That must be one of your customers.
Yep. Good old Justin. He's a good dude.
Now, you do a little bit of fishing too, don't you?
I try to. My work schedule's kind of crazy, but I this year I plan on getting my boat out on the water, getting a motor on it, and getting her all tagged up.
I just pulled up Facebook here too, and hey Tracy, there's the Maryland girl. We had a fun week last week when she was here.
Yeah.
Dean Hill. He's from down in around your area, down Portsmouth or Ironton.
Mhm.
Um, uh, trying to think what else. So you started in 2001.
Yep.
Yep. So you've been doing this for a while then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just learned about you probably what 4 years ago, probably during COVID.
Yeah, it was probably right around the year and a half mark you met me.
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, well, let's see. Trying to think. I'm not real prepared. Are you going? Did you get a hold of? Are you going up to Gerard or to Youngstown? Did you get a hold of Jesse?
We did, but we think we had a little bit of miscommunication there.
Okay.
So I got to call him and talk to him a little bit more about that.
Okay. So you might be up there, but
I
you are
might, yes.
coming to. You're coming to the Athens show.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you will be at the Athens show. If somebody wants to
Yep.
come to see you at the Athens show, check out your baits.
Yep.
You don't have a website or nothing, do you?
I do. The only issue with the website, they don't have a .com address on it, and a lot of that stuff is about 2-3 years old. So a lot of the new paint jobs I've been doing isn't one there. It's a lot to keep up with my work schedule and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, trying to work a full time job, trying to paint baits, and a family life, it's a struggle.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
definitely a struggle, especially you've got a what? Your baby's 2 years
Three,
old,
three
three,
now. Yeah.
three. So
So he's into everything, everything.
yeah, yeah. He's probably helping you paint.
Yeah, he does.
He might come up with a real good collar for you.
Yeah, he's actually painted a few of them.
So, uh, any tricks or anything that you want to give or ideals on what to
That's
do?
what I usually tell people. If people are interested in what I do, to get a hold of me, and I will teach them about anything I can possibly teach them about airbrushing. So it's a fun little hobby to get into. It can be expensive, but it can be worth it. So
But I bought a airbrush set to paint my jig heads and stuff, and boy, did
mhm.
I struggle with that. Uh, I thought it
Yeah,
was going to be easier to paint the spinner baits and the buzz bait lead heads and stuff with an airbrush, but I don't know if it is or not.
yeah. I think the dip paint will be a little easier for that, but
Yeah,
it's a lot to learn. I didn't really do all right until probably the year and a half, 2 year mark after I started.
so how many baits do you think you paint in a year's time?
A year. Um, well, last year probably 4,000. Last year.
That's a lot of you get a lot of practice.
Yeah, yeah. Practice.
Yeah, you get a lot of practice. You paint that many.
Yeah.
And how long does it take you to do say one bait?
It depends if it's the same design or if it's you know something new every time. Usually anywhere from like 2-3 minutes, depending on what it is. If it's something new, say you guys give me a custom collar or custom design. If I have to cut my own stencils, it takes me a little bit longer just because I try to perfect it. Anywhere from like 5 minutes to 15 minutes, depending on what bait it is. Now, swim baits can take me a lot longer. Usually, the highly detailed ones I do, they used to take me like an hour to do. So there's
Wow,
a lot of layering, a lot of colors. Yeah.
one bait an hour. Now, when you say swim baits, are you saying like the wake bait stuff like that?
Yeah. Here's a glide bait, but we have
Or yeah,
let's see here. This is a fat belly glide bait right here. This is a custom order right here in a process. These are here would take me, I don't know, 3-4 minutes a piece, just because I know what to do on them already. But it's hard to explain without having a picture to show you guys. But it just if I haven't done it before, it takes a little longer than something I already have in my head, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know if I can flip my camera around here or not. I don't think I can I? I don't think I can. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Up there's my paint collection up there, and then I have paint over there, and then we also have paint right there, and you got to learn how to blend everything. Basically, this is a small little setup compared to what other paint makers have. So it's once you get it, you get it. So,
but there's a lot of like you said, learning curves to learn with it. A lot of room for mistakes.
Yeah, a lot of room for mistakes. You can get stuff to make it easier on you. They have color wheels out there that show you how to blend and what to blend to make certain colors. I'd probably recommend that for a new painter. I don't have one of those, but I just kind of experiment.
Justin here, he also said too that you are developing your own swim bait as well.
Yeah, yep. We are actually. I don't know if it's out here or not, to be honest with you. It is not, but actually I have a photo of it here for you guys. This is we're going to be making a 2.5 inch swim bait, glide bait, and wake baits. Then we also have a 5.25 inch glide bait, swim bait, and a wake bait. So this is going to be it basically. I already have it carved out. I think it's inside. I'm pretty sure, but it's in between a bluegill, a dragon, and a carp. So it's a bit different than anything you're going to see on the market. I've never seen any other swim bait or any kind of bait like this on the market. So it's definitely taking a different turn. But right now I'm in the molding process. So the thing I have to do is make my mold, my master mold, and then I gotta get my filament, and then I take it out to the lake and test it out. See how she
So
swims.
now, is that going to be plastic, or is it going to be wood, or
It's gonna be a resin bait. Everything's gonna be resin poured.
resin
Yep.
poured? Okay.
Yep.
So it'd be like a crankbait or like the glide baits.
Those are actually ABS plastic. So those can be very easy to break, especially in the wintertime if you hit something hard on them. When I first started doing this, I was using a KBS clear coat, and I came across some issues with me using that. I would hit something hard and the bill would break off. I mean, this is like 15-degree weather, you know. But I ended up switching from that to Illuminate UV, and then I switched from that to this Finish One product, which has been fantastic for us. But your crankbaits, jerk baits, like Mega Bass, all that stuff, it's ABS plastic, so you could potentially break them. These resin baits, I'm trying to think of something I can compare it to. Shoot, I guess like a block of resin, epoxy, basically what it is. Basically, you won't be able to break it nearly as easy. Yeah, it's just the way I can explain it. I don't know how else to compare it.
So them baits that you just showed us there a minute ago that she brought out, are them ones that you poured, or are them ones you buy and then paint the blanks?
These ones here are the ones I buy as right here. So this is what they come in like here.
Okay.
They come in clear. This is yeah, it's plastics. What that is. It has lead in it, lead BBs, and some of them have plastic BBs, some of them have steel. But then you paint it and it comes out like that. But again, they're really good baits. I haven't really had any issues. I haven't had any issues at all once I switched my clear coat. 3.5 years ago. But any bait that you fish with 15-degree weather and you hit something hard with it, it has a potential to break on it.
Hey, I've taken KVDs, but when you bounce them off a bridge piling, they usually will break.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen Megabath break too. Yeah, they're expensive.
Dean Barnhart asked a question here. Hey, Jason. Dean Barnhart asked, besides the world famous Tony Grubbs, have you ever painted anything pros without saying their names?
Yes, yes, I have. There's been a couple of them, not very many. I got a couple of them on Facebook.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Uh, does anybody else have any questions while we're on here too? That's a good question, Dean.
Yes. I,
Uh,
I have noticed that the pros don't typically like to use custom painted stuff, just like the stuff right here, because they have their go-to baits. Me, I'm kind of everywhere with everything, so I like using. I'd rather use my baits compared to a store-bought bait, just because I know how they run and what I like.
yeah. Well, and they're sponsored by, say, if they're sponsored by Strike King or Rapala, they can't say they're throwing Caleb
Right?
Myers custom hard tackle bait because they're getting paid big money for them
Oh yeah.
lures that they are using.
Yep. Yep. I completely understand.
Well, I would tell you this, and it's not I'll buy them from you when you get that custom uh, glide bait and stuff going. You let me know. I'll buy some and I'll definitely test them for you.
All right,
So
that sounds like a good deal. I will have a bunch of a first batch that I am going to be doing like giveaways for to let people test them to see what they think about them. And nothing being said of that is, I'm not just sticking to the glide bait. I'll be making I'm probably making a top water spook. You can say that one here, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um, top water spook. I'll be making a jerk bait, and I thought about making a crankbait as well. So it's going to be kind of a mixture of everything.
That'd be neat. I've tried to find a few people because I pour a little bit of plastic, not a lot, but I pour a little bit, and I've got a bait that I really like, and I have tried three different people to make me a mold for this bait because it's a hand poured bait, and I wanted to make it into an ejected bait because I could do it faster. I
Hmm.
could pour it faster than hand pouring, and it's a 2-part collar, and I'm telling you, it takes time I start mixing plastic and doing the pour, it takes almost 3 hours to make about 20 baits, and I have
Yeah.
15 molds. So you know,
Hey.
I would like to find something easier and faster. I actually this last year I never made one of them. I actually had Mike. He poured me a couple a few of them just to see. I had to cut the tails, but and they turned out really good. But I'd like to get somebody to make me a mold that I could just shoot them because shooting's a lot easier than hand pouring.
Oh yeah.
And if you haven't got it done plastic much yet, it's a chore.
Yeah,
Now,
I've seen a couple videos about that.
yeah, Mike, not trying to get his business in here too, but he's really supported behind me and stuff. He's got the setup. I mean, he's got the setup. He's
Yeah.
got the big pots and everything. But that's
Well,
that's his business. That's what he wants to do. So that's just
actually,
like you with
what's his business name?
he it's Hook and Donkeys. He
Okay.
pours plastics.
Polka
Yeah, he
donkeys. Okay.
pours, yep. He pours plastic. He about any kind of plastic you can imagine. Well, I showed you this uh, little ditty. It's like a French fry,
Hmm.
and then I just got a few bags here of stuff. Uh, he makes a really good. This is like he calls it the little Ned. It's a 2.5.
Oh,
Can't see
nice.
that very good.
Yeah, I see that.
And then That's a really good river bait.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'll be doing. A lot of my fishing is on the river, little Scioto. Try to
Now,
take a boat out there, and
if I'm not mistaken, you're rebuilding a 14-foot boat, right?
no, it's a 20 foot. It's a 20 by 7 John boat.
Okay.
So
Okay.
basically, they call them river barges, John barges. So I've never seen any other one in my life. So I'm gonna call it rare. I'm sure there's other
Well,
ones out there, but
that'd be cool.
yeah,
20
it's
foot
a
by 7.
yeah, it's a big boat.
I reckon so.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty big.
that's almost like a express.
Yeah, I got myself to a project where kind of wish I didn't.
Well, I just started one with a little fiberglass boat that my dad had, and I'm taking over it. And actually, last Sunday, I went up and got some straps, and it's hanging in my barn from straps, and I pulled the trailer out from under it so I can work on my trailer.
So I got
And
mine hung up.
I had an old friend of mine years ago, Jesse Barnhart. He done that with his Ranger, but he made jacks and had boards run across and jacked the boat up, Ranger up, pulled the trailer out from under it, and redone the trailer, and then backed it back under. And I was up in the barn the other day, and I was like, uh, I think I can hang this uh, from the rafters of this barn. So I went and got some straps. Actually, bought them on Black Friday from Menards for like $3.99 a piece. They're toe straps, and wrapped them around each side of the rafters, and then put ratchet straps, great big ratchet straps under it. After I jacked it up off the trailer, it's sitting there like in a cradle until I get the trailer done.
That's the way to do it.
Hopefully it's still sitting there. If not, then I'm gonna have to get somebody with a backhoe or something to pick it up after it falls on the floor.
Yeah,
But I don't think it will. And if it does, it's only like 3 foot from the floor. So, and it's just a 15-foot old Hydrosport boat with a 9.9 on it. I'm gonna fix it up for the little lakes around here, and just something just more to play with than to really fish.
yeah. That's
So
another thing I want to mention if I can. I'm looking for a outboard motor for mine, either 9.9 or higher.
okay. Uh, so what is the limit that that
Majority of my lakes around here is a 9.9. They don't like any bigger motors in there, so I usually my little John boat when I had it, I used a little 5 horsepower Coleman. I think is what I used for it. But it did pretty good. But you're not allowed to have anything large in our lakes.
so preferably a 9.9.
Yeah, 9.9, preferably. If not, then I would say probably no more than a 50. The guy I bought it off of said he had 100 on it, but I don't really know if I want to go put a 100 horsepower motor on a little or on a John boat that weighs 600 pounds.
Yeah, yeah, that's a little
So
much.
yeah,
Okay, well, if I run across any, I will. I'll let you know, or if anybody on here's got any, message me or message Caleb. You can find him on Facebook on Custom Hard Tackles, and reach out to him and let him know that you got a motor or something you want to sell. But
right.
anything else you want to touch on your baits?
Um, yeah, if you guys do end up doing custom orders, we typically do have a 2 to 3 week wait just because we are so busy with everything. So keep that in mind. And with bulk stuff, I do make really good deals for people. That way, it's not super expensive. So I feel pretty bad whenever prices get pretty high. So I always try to keep things down low.
Yeah, all the stuff that I've ever got from you, you've been very reasonable, especially to send you a picture and say I want this collar, and then you be able to do it. You know
Right.
that in its own means something, because I'm that guy. I like something different. I don't want the same old. Now, I'm not much of a crankbait guy. I'll be the first one to say, I'm not much of a crankbait guy. I've got a bunch of them. I got 2 crankbait rods, but I'm not. I need to force myself to throw them more.
All right. I'm more of a jerkbait guy myself. I like jerkbaits.
I got into them 2 years ago, and I got away from them last year. But I need to push myself this year to get into more of those. Actually, I'm going to probably get Dale to make me. I'm going to order 2 rods here after Christmas, and one of them's probably going to be a 6.6 crankbait or jerkbait rod. 6.6 a little short, but with me being short anyhow, I need a shorter rod for that. So
Yeah.
Justin Price says I prefer throwing frogs.
We call him Frogman. He has probably over 1,000 of our frogs. No lie. I went to his house and he has like 30 or 40 tackle boxes just stacked high of little frogs.
Now, is he from down around Jackson too?
No, correct me if I'm wrong, Justin. You're from West Virginia, I think, right? I think so.
West Virginia.
I'm terrible with locations. Yes.
Well, that's good. So you got several people in different states that's buying your baits.
Oh yeah, we got. Shoot, we have. I think we've counted it. We only have like 6 or 7 states we haven't shipped to.
Okay, he says he's from Virginia.
Virginia.
Okay. Well, that's good. Then you're really reaching out above, just Ohio.
Yeah,
So
we're everywhere.
Nice. Well, that's good.
Yeah, no,
that's really good.
I've been talking to the boss, the wife in there, about getting into a storefront. This TikTok thing, we don't know what's going to happen to it, and everybody's saying something getting shut down here January 20th, January 19th, something like that. But we've been talking about getting some baits, little like tiny packages, and taking them through some bait stores and see how they sell for the store owner, and offering him a good deal on getting our baits in stores and stuff like that. So that's one thing we've really been talking about and wanting to do this year is to get ourselves in the store.
Well, you might. I think I may have told you, but you might reach out to High River Outdoors, Doug, over in West Virginia. There on Route 2. He's got probably one of the biggest. Probably not one, but it is the biggest bait store that I have been to. It's almost as big as Bass Pro Shop in Cincinnati. I know it's got more fishing tackle. It's got more fishing tackle than Cabela's in Columbus does. Guarantee it. Wow. And Doug is he. I just seen this morning he was giving $800 worth of hams away for Christmas. Just buying them and donating them, and that was, and he does that for a lot of he picks families and helps them out too. Doug really reaches out and helps people.
Yeah. So we've been trying to do that again this year as well. We got a guy right now. He's actually my buddy. We used to work together. He's going through a divorce. He's a veteran, has 2 little girls, and we're helping him out with Christmas and him going to a new home. We're getting a bunch of stuff. We have a bunch of donators and stuff, and we're actually giving people, the donors, free lures for when they donate to him, help him out. So.
Well, that's very nice. That's really nice.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
And that's what people should do. We're here to help each other. We're not here to, try to take from each other. Let's help each other and make things work.
That's right.
Okay, well, we are past the 30 minutes, and I still got to do a trivia question. So, and talk about a couple shows. So, I will let you go. I appreciate you coming on. And once again, guys, if you want a custom crankbait or spook, topwater, any hard custom bait, I'll just say get a hold of Custom Hard Tackle. Go to Facebook, go to Custom Hard Tackle, Caleb Myers, and send him a picture or tell him what you want, and let's give him a couple challenges.
Yeah.
That'll be good. Give him a couple challenges, and but I do know that he made me a couple baits for Hart or Gunnersville, and I really liked him down there.
Yep.
But
And that's another thing I was going to tell you is we are going to be making the same ones again, and I'm going to send you these ones for free. Just because when I was mentioning my clear coat, that time you bought, we actually had that Illuminate UV clear coat, and it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to. So we're going to send you a whole new batch for free.
I appreciate that. I
Well,
appreciate that. So, okay, well, Caleb, I appreciate it. We'll do this probably again at some point, and I
no,
will see
totally.
you up to the Athens show. And I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate letting me come in.
Okay,
All
thank you,
right, buddy. You
Caleb.
guys take care. Yep.
Yep. Okay, guys, Caleb, but custom hard tackle. Uh, he does some really good crankbaits. I was tickled to death when I found out about him, and he done the painting for me. So reach out to him. Okay, January 18th is the Athens County Swap Meet. I'm starting to get a few people call in and mention about uh, uh, about it. So getting spots. So if you want to get a spot, reach out to me. So also, Rebecca is Caleb's wife. She just said Trish actually got some lures from us too to represent. Yeah, Fisher. She's also Caleb Fisher. Fisher is over in Doug's store with her apparel and stuff. But yeah, January 18th, our swap meet in Athens. Then OBF open meeting February 1st. Dan, you just commented the open meeting February 1st is going to be at the Delaware uh, Sports Club. I will get an address. I will try to have that for the next couple shows. The address. I don't know if Dean's still on here, if he can type in the address for where it's going to be at or not. Dean, if you're on here and you got the address, could you type it on here? And the Columbus Expo, February 7th, 8th, and 9th. Okay, with that being said, my trivia question tonight, guys. What is the dates? We'll see how many people's been on here and been paying attention. What is the dates for the Great Lakes Expo? First person types in the dates for the Great Lakes Expo wins the little ditties. We'll see how many people's been paying attention and watching my show. Trivia question is, what's the dates for the Great Lakes Expo up in Youngstown? Angie Copas. She wins it. January 26th through the 28th. Okay, Angie, send me your address and I'll put these in the mail tomorrow. Nope, John, not December 10th through the 12th. January 26th through the 28th. Well, it's the 25th through the 26th, but that's that weekend. So that is the Great Lakes Expo in Youngstown, January 25th through the 26th. Angie had it for the 26th through the 28th, but that's the same weekend. So Angie, I will send you the baits. Rusty, why you always got to be negative? I'm glad he ain't that way on the water. Dean said don't have it either. Dean don't have the address, so I will get it, Dan, and send it to get it to you. That's another thing, guys. While Dan's on here, let's give him a little props. You got any bait or any reels that needs work? Get a hold of Dan Mullins on Facebook. I think it's Rod and Reels. He is very, very good about, and he can take old reels and fix them. Dan has really done some wonderful work for me, and I'm rough on stuff. I am very rough on stuff. So Dan gets mine and gets them back in shape and gets them ready. So if anybody's got any reels this winter it needs cleaned and taken care of, fixed, get a hold of Dan Mullins and send them down to him. But see, Angie, we will be at the Knoxville that weekend. Yeah, I knew Trish said that you was going to be that. Lisa, I'm only being mean to the guy that's being mean to me. He needs to get out there and catch some more sauger. Okay, guys, and don't forget, next week I will be an hour late. So I won't have to worry. Rusty won't be on probably next week because it'll be 9 o'clock and it'll be past his bedtime. So I won't be on until 9 o'clock. I have to help Santa at the mall. So next week I will be on 9 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock. So guys, tune in. I'm not going to, Dean's not going to be able to be on with me next week. So we'll get him on another time. I will just probably be, Rusty says he'll just stay up just for me. So you can pick on me. But I'll just be on myself. So we'll go over some more of these shows or more about these shows. I'm going to reach out to a couple of these guys for the shows and have them on in January if I can get them to come on and talk about them. And we'll talk more about our show a little bit more next week. So it'll be a rambling week next week. Well, guys, I appreciate Caleb coming on tonight. It's a good show. I'm running past my 30-some minutes, but we're all right. I'm going to go upstairs. I made me a big old pot of beans. So I am going to get off from here and go up and have dinner. And I will see you guys all next week on another Grubb Cast. Thanks for everybody tuning in.